because they got to travel a whole lot. But again, that was a thing that I just kind of thought about but never fully executed. And I think it's because I'm comfortable with my circle.
I'm more of like a non-confrontational type of person, and I just like hated it, and it forced me to grow.
My baby is my greatest blessing, but she's also the biggest change I've ever experienced in my life.
Old lady cleaning the bathroom, and we're just like, oh, you got a maid, like you're not my roommate. She was my roommate.
I do need for him to be able to control his emotions and control himself and not just want to pop off.
I need to know that you got me. If something goes down, I don't need you pushing me towards the danger.
I don't know if it was like a big lizard or a little iguana.
It got me. It ate me. We're done because I'm passed out. At one point, again, BK before Carrington, when I didn't have her, I considered like moving to Texas or being a flight attendant, because they got to travel a whole lot. But again, that was a thing that I just kind of thought about but never fully executed. And I think it's because I'm comfortable with my circle, because again, like when I decide on a thing, I do it. I don't have any problems doing it. So I think that if that's what I wanted to do, I would have just did it.
And I think you would have been I think you would have liked being a flight attendant, because I feel like you're still in your space and you're like, these people, like you will see them for an hour, 2 hours, however long the flight is, and then they're gone. And you're back, where you feel comfortable or happier.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did. I considered doing that. And really started looking into it, like, figuring out, because I think you have to take this class where you have to fly somewhere and be there for training for, I want to say it's like anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. And then the swimming part, I think that's what always threw me off. I do not know how to swim. I know. And so obviously flight attendants, you're going to be flying over water. And so most of, you'd be flying over water, I'm sure, in lots of situations. So, I think that's what gave me a little bit of a pause on that stewardess thing. So I know that you're not, what would be your dream job? Or not job, right? Because no, your eyes got super big. I don't mean job. Like, what would be if you could be or doing exactly what you want to be doing a year from now, what would that look like?
I think that's the thing. Like, there's nothing like, even as a kid, I never, like, there were not a lot of things that could make me happy. Like tangible things that you're asking, I think that's not who I am as a person. I don't think so. But to answer your question, there is something I'm thinking about doing, because like I said, I do want a certain lifestyle. And I'm at a point where I'm like, well, I can and I will get what I want. But for mentally, I need to be okay to move in the space that I want to move. And if I'm thinking about uncertainty, I'm not going to be mentally okay. So I need more of a certainty. So I'm going to be looking into doing like spiritual classes that will be based on connecting more with the power that is within you. And right now I feel like spirituality is such a trend that I want to focus it into, like, yeah, it's a trend, but let's find the truth for you that's within that. And let's focus on how we help connect you with that truth that is within you. So that's what the class, or what is it, like, consulting would be about.
So like spiritual consulting. Okay. Wow. I think that's the first time I've heard you say that. That is really cool.
I've been working on it. Like, I kind of been like really working on figuring out what it's going to be. And also, like, for me, it's also about like, I don't see the ending goal. And I'm also kind of like, well, would people really do this? And it's kind of like, one, people are looking, like, there are people who have been in situations that I have already been in, and they may just need help getting to that next step. And I can be that person. I don't have to give them their whole life plan for their entire life for the future. So I have to change my focus and how I see things. So yes, I can help them. And I feel like the way I would help them would be different, because I don't want to help someone do what I think they should do. I want to help people do what they think they should be doing. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you should go do this and you should go do that. I want to tell you, like, what is speaking to you? Like, what is it that you're feeling within you? Let's drown out and close out everybody else. What is it that is within you telling you that, like, just listen and focus on you? So
no, I get it. And I think that's a special gift. Like, to be able to pull that out of people.
You think so?
I do, absolutely. Because here's the thing. One, a person has to be willing to like allow, like, to trust you enough to go there, right? Because sometimes when you dig like that, you know, like you were asking me those questions, there's usually like something deeper there that's blocking, that maybe they don't even consciously realize, you know. But then you ask the right questions, and you know, let them know, like you said, drown out the outside noise and literally let it only be about you, your thoughts, your feelings. In this situation, no one else matters.
Yeah.
You know, and so yes, one, I think that's a special gift, to be able to have the to have like the ability to be able to go there with other people, because honestly, that is like it could be heavy, I imagine.
Don't talk me out of it.
No, I'm not. No. But it's good stuff, though. You know what I mean? It's a healing in that.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Like, I've looked into, like, you know, other healing modalities, and like you said, it can be heavy. And I don't know if I want it to. I don't know if I want that on me, that heaviness, because, you know, it's about, like, we take on other people's things that they're going through when we're trying to help them or encourage them or whatever we're doing. We take it on too if we really care about that person and we're really wanting it to. Like, so, like, I could walk away just as burdened because, you know, I'm trying to help them, like, and we're connected in that type of way. So it's like, you know, when I was trying to do that, I realized that wasn't what I wanted. So, like, you know, you make me think about, like, is this
don't don't unthink what you were, Crystal, because you do have that gift. Like, and I imagine it doesn't feel like work.
No, not really. It doesn't really feel like work. It just feels like, you know, like, to me, it requires patience, because you have to, like, just sit and listen to the person, and, like, it may take them a minute to figure it out. So you just have to be calm so that they can be calm.
Which is something that you're very good at. Very, very good at.
So yes.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you.
No, I think you are, not that what I say matters, but I think that suits you well and where you're going.
Okay. I mean, because, you know, that, I don't want to say reassurance, is just to hear from someone on the outside to let you know, well, okay, they can see that in you. So
yes,
go ahead and put in that a little bit more effort than what you initially planned or something. So
yeah. But that's, like I said, that's the first time I heard that idea. So but I'm not surprised by it, though.
Well,
it makes sense. So have at it.
Yes, I would definitely keep you updated on it. So yeah.
So we have some things to do in the next 7 days, or I have some things to not do.
It isn't that interesting? Like you're not doing something and I am being forced to do something. Yeah.
But that's all right. It's all for our greater good.
I really want to give Shanita something to do. She better be glad she's not here because I would really tell her.
No, we're going to give Shanita something to do. We are. And you and I both know exactly what it is. Shanita, so my challenge is to not be on Amazon buying random stuff and to cook a lot over the next week, right? And Crystal, you have 7 days. You're going to create your book cover, right? Mm-hmm. Shanita, your assignment is to make eye contact with somebody in the store. Not only make eye contact, speak to them first. One person.
I'm here for it. Yes.
You got it, girl. You can do it. We believe in you.
Let's also clarify that this is a male we're talking about. I'm not talking about no woman. I'm talking about a man. So make eye contact, not look away, make eye contact and say, hey, how are you? That is all.
That's
it. 7 days. 7 days. We all have 7 days. So, yep, okay. I think you can do it. Yes, we picked ours, kind of. And we picked yours.
Okay. I guess I have to do a week too. Okay. So a little nugget about me. I think a lot of stuff in my mind, in order for it to make sense, I have to go in order. I know it's weird, but I'm thinking for my week, I say 2 areas. And when I say 2, y'all might think there's nothing, but that's a whole lot. For me, it would make sense for me to declutter because I think better when I can wake up and see like everything. Like, to me, my boss actually said it, and I never thought about it until she said it. She was just like, if like you see clutter, then your mind is gonna be cluttered. But if everything is clear, then you can think better. So for me, I have like a lot of old papers, and what happened was, I'll tell you. So once I came straight from college and moved here, it ended up being like a lot of schoolwork and stuff that I just never went through. And I'm just like, okay, I'll go through it one day. And I mean, pretty much like that's how it kind of all started. Now, I ain't no hoarder. Let's get that straight. But I do have a lot of stuff that needs to be thrown out. A lot of old stuff that I don't use anymore. So I can get some of them sales that Takara was talking about and get new stuff. But so for me, and when I say 2, because a lot of it, I really want to get like a shredder, to be able to shred like paperwork. So when I say like 2 areas, then I say 2 areas in my place to start with. And I guess, yeah. So I declutter 2 areas. I say 2 rooms instead of 2 areas. That's a lot. We'll start with 1 room. I do 1 room. And that'll be my week. So, because trust me, it's gonna take the whole week. So yeah, that's what my challenge is gonna be.
But anyway, it's all in fun. But again, I think you can do it, girl. I believe in you.
Yeah, I think you can do it too.
So I guess that's it for our show. This is fun. This was literally like some girl talk.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
But it was good.
And if y'all have something that y'all are working on, like drop it in the comments below so that like it's not us just putting it out there. Once you write it out and let the world know, you're one step closer to getting to where you want to be at. Mm-hmm. Not where you want to be at, but where you're going to be. Like you're already there. We're just like catching up with where you're going to be and where we're going to be at, where Takara's going to be at. So write it down as well. And if you have any other like tips for us that you want us to know you think could help us, put that in the comments below too. Anything you think like, or what is your struggle? Like, let us know what your struggle is. Like we've opened up and told you what ours is. Tell us what yours is as well.
What is
Yeah.
your blockage? Like, what's keeping you from doing you? In whatever that way that means. What's keeping you from doing you? Girl, I think that's the title. Well, this has been fun. So I guess we'll see you next time. But in the meantime, follow us on Facebook at The Melanated Opinion or Instagram at The Melanated Opinion. We're also on TikTok now too at The Melanated Opinion, or is it The Melanated O? I always get confused. One of them is The Melanated O.
Twitter is Melanated OP.
Okay. So we'll see you next time, guys. So I think sometimes people don't move forward with their ideas because they feel like they lack something, right? Like they're not going to have what they need when the time comes if they do this particular thing, right? And the truth of the matter is, like, if you are here right now in this moment, you've lacked nothing that you needed.
Yeah. Like I agree. And for me also it goes along with like what you said, everything you already have with you, and someone could be doing the exact same thing that you want to do. It's enough room for everybody to be successful, like, because what you have within you is for you and it's for you to get out. And who that person can reach is different than who you can reach. So you have to do you so that you can reach who you need to reach. Like, and that's a lesson for myself too. So it's kind of like, yeah, you see all this and that, and it's like, what still like doesn't make sense for me to do it too. You're different than them. Like you're you, I'm me. Like you're the product. So people
and you're coming from different experiences, different backgrounds, and again, not everybody is for everybody, right? That's why when people like get therapists and stuff like that, they want people who maybe somebody who looks like them. If it's a woman, she might want a woman because she can relate to some of her same issues, or maybe she's a Black person and she wants a Black therapist, or whatever the case might be. There is someone for everybody, but not everybody is for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I 100% agree. And to go to your example about the therapist, like I really did go talk to a therapist one time, and it was a white male that was heavily religious. And so I was telling him about my situation, like I was a single parent and I'm Black. So there's a whole bunch of difference. And a lot of the things that he was saying sounded like he was saying because I'm not, the best situation for me would be to be married and to have a child. And because I'm in that situation, because I'm not in that situation, what's going on with me would never be great. And I had to keep correcting him and to keep saying that this is where I am and this is like I'm going to be fine. And I feel like he insinuated that several times. And I was like, no, we're not. No. And I never went back to him again. I told my insurance company about it. I was like, yeah, no, I can't relate to him. His views are not based on, for me, they're not based on reality. Like, yeah, something may be ideal, but it doesn't matter what that ideal is, if it's ideal for him. But you have to meet people where they are and what in the reality and the truth. And so, and he couldn't give me that.
Right, because of his upbringing and his background, and like you said, maybe he's a married white man who's a Christian, right? I'm sure there is a group of people that he really can, work very well with, but you did not fall into that group, and that's okay.
Yeah, so what we were saying is that, like, because he was not for me, like what Takara said, he was for someone. So because someone is doing what you're doing does not mean that you should not do it, because the people that you need to reach, they'll never reach.
Right. And you could have kept going to him, but you wouldn't have gotten much out of it for you, right?
Yeah, no. I feel like he probably would have started to like mess with me mentally and make me rethink. Like, like I felt like I was okay. I probably would have been like, what, am I okay? Like, should I feel less than because I'm a single parent? No.
Right. Yeah. So, whatever, going back to that blockage, whatever that blockage is for you, if lack is a concern for you, like maybe I won't do this business plan because, it takes a lot of money to start it, or it, will you have the whatever it is to maintain it? You will. If that thing is meant for you, then you will have it. And even if it's not meant for you, that's okay. Like, you just got to trust the process. And that's for me as well, right? Everything I'm a firm believer that everything that is meant to be will be. Everything that happens for a reason. Like, it's all to get you to these different points. Now, some of those points may not feel good while you're in them. Some of them may be amazing, right? But you can still you still be able to use what you got to get through it.
Yep. I 100% agree. And like, no matter what, just keep going. Like, even if you don't feel like it, just keep going. Push through it, work through it, regardless of what you see or what you think you may or may not see on the end. Just keep going, and I feel like it'll be all right if you keep going.